abusing alcohol and needed to make a change in his life. He reached out to me for help, and after becoming a client of mine for half a year, he has completely transformed himself. It's pretty amazing. Today, we are putting Riley through a high-intensity training upper body session. But before we start the workout, we need to weigh him to assess where he is at and how far he has come. Riley's body weight is 255.8 pounds, which puts his total weight loss at 75 pounds to date. Great success! Now that we have checked Riley's weight and he is more motivated than ever, we begin our first exercise of the workout. Our first exercise is unilateral pull-downs performed in an alternating rest-pause sequence. Unilateral means that you are performing one limb at a time, and once it reaches fatigue, you immediately switch to the next limb. For this exercise, we are using Prime ROT8 handles. The ergonomically enhanced grip of the ROT8 handles reduce grip fatigue, allowing for optimal exercise efficiency. We choose a weight where Riley will reach muscular failure within 8 to 12 repetitions. Once he reaches failure, he immediately switches to the next arm and repeats the process. He repeats this a total of 2 times for each arm. Our goal for this first exercise is to destroy Riley's lats while minimizing fatigue in his grip with those Prime ROT8 handles. The next sequence of exercises in this workout will be performed as a cluster set. A cluster set is when you perform multiple exercises back to back with minimal to no rest in between the exercise. The big difference between cluster sets and supersets or giant sets is that you're alternating between opposing muscle groups. For example, you will alternate between a push movement and a pull movement and then back to a push movement, which is exactly what we are doing here by starting with dips, then proceeding into heavy pullovers, and then moving immediately back into another round of dips. In my experience, the pullover machine can be a little tricky and feel a little foreign at first, but once you master it, this is a brutally effective machine for destroying your lat. The pullover machine was created by Arthur Jones, the inventor of Nautilus exercise equipment. It was invented with the purpose of isolating your lats without fatiguing your biceps and forearm. Again, we want to destroy Riley's lats, but we want to save his grip strength for later in the session for when he will need it most. We are only 3 exercises into this workout, and look how much Riley is sweating already. Make no mistake, the effort is high and these workouts are intense. After squeezing out every last possible rep on the pullovers, Riley is immediately back to dips. I chose to put the dips in this workout twice because I believe that the dips are the most effective for stimulating the large lower pectoral muscles of the chest and developing the triceps. They give you the best bang for your buck for chest and tricep development, and if you want proof, look at the arms of any Olympic gymnast. Now we're going to use some of that grip strength that we've been saving up. Here Riley is performing a heavy static hold on a chest-supported row machine. The goal here is for Riley to squeeze and contract his back muscles hard for roughly 30 seconds. After he can no longer hold the weight in the contracted position, we proceed immediately into as many repetitions as possible until he reaches muscular failure. I get a little creative on this next exercise and have Riley perform a Viking press using the pendulum squat. This movement feels really good, and not only is it effective for training your shoulders, it actually really engages your core and abdominal muscles. I wouldn't recommend this exercise to a beginner or someone just starting out in the gym, as anytime you lift a weight over your head, it can get a little squirrely, and this can place some strain on your neck, lower back, and spine. Riley and I have been working together for over 6 months. He has no injuries, and I'm very confident in his abilities to perform this exercise safely. And in typical rest pause fashion, we rest for 20 seconds and then get right back after it until muscular failure. Rest pause fashion, the last few repetitions are brutally hard. Let's check in with Riley now and see how he's feeling after all that shoulder work.
Yeah, shoulders are wrecked.
They're feeling it after the Viking press?
Oh yeah, that's unbelievable.
The next exercise in the workout might be the hardest. This exercise is called the dead shrug. You perform 1 deadlift and then 2 shrugs at the top of the movement before lowering the bar again to the ground. This exercise targets the upper trapezius muscles as well as his entire posterior chain. Here we are using a hex bar so we can utilize a neutral grip, which I find is more efficient for shrugging and targeting the trapezius muscles. Riley may have thought that his shoulders were dead, but I'm going to check for a pulse anyways. It looks like there is a little bit of life left in Riley's shoulders, so I'm going to hit him with one of my favorite training techniques, the high density rest pause 50 rep challenge. Choose a weight that you'll fail in about 25 to 30 repetitions, and then perform repetitions until you get to 50. You can rest along the way, but don't rest any more than 20 seconds. So let's say you get 25 or 30 reps, rest 20 seconds, then get another 10. Rest 20 seconds, then get another 10. Rest 20 seconds, then get another 5. That's how this challenge works. For this bicep exercise, we choose a weight that Riley cannot lift on his own. I assist him into position, and he holds it and contracts as long as he can until muscular failure occurs and he has to lower it. At this point, I lift it up for him, and he lowers it as slow as possible. We do this 6 times, and then we switch to the other arm and do the exact same protocol. Although Riley is not performing any repetitions, this is a brutal training method, and your biceps will be sore. We then proceed immediately into dumbbell hammer curls. The goal of this set was to have Riley hold one dumbbell in the static position while lowering and performing the rep with the other, and then alternating. He gets confused a little bit, but that's okay. He's worked really, really hard, and all the blood is in his muscles. It's really, really hard to focus when you're exhausted and the effort is still really high. After the hammer curls, we proceed immediately into the dead hang. There's not much left in the tank here for Riley, so we're giving him something simple, yet very difficult to do. The goal of this exercise is to exhaust his arms, as well as give him a nice stretch. We want to use all his grip strength here and leave nothing on the table. The exercise of this workout is the hanging leg raise. And like most things we do, it's simple, yet brutal and effective. If you stabilize your legs and move slowly through a full range of motion from stretch to contraction, you should feel your lower abdominals and a burn you've never experienced.
How was that workout today, man?
It was intense.
We did about
It was good.
12 sets total. And how are you feeling?
Feeling it worked.
What would you say to somebody who said that there's no way you could get results with only doing 12 sets in a workout and only working, 1 to 3 times per week?
I'm living proof.
It's true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's possible.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but you got to show up, consistency, it works.
And you're getting people coming up to you that are saying that they don't even recognize you. Like
Yeah.
you're saying when you went back to work, people actually didn't know who you were.
Yeah, they're asking, if they could speak to so-and-so, and I'm looking them in their face like, it's me, it's Riley. And they're like, oh my God, what happened? And just things I never thought someone would ask me, like, what are you eating? What's your workout?
Mm-hmm.
Before they would just walk by and, look at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so yeah, crazy transformation. Yeah, so, someone who says they can't, like, you can, like, I was eating 2 boxes of pizza and a box of Twinkies and, spending time scrolling through social media and whatever, but, you got to use your time wisely.
You came to me at 330 pounds, but you were also an alcoholic,
Yeah.
right? So maybe talking a little bit to people about that, because there might be people out there that think I'm overweight.
Yeah, it was a vicious cycle. So, like I was saying, like Sunday to Thursday, I would be, blue collar sober, and then Friday, Saturday, just completely binge drink, which is a form of, alcoholism.
Right.
Right. So, Friday I would grab a bottle and I would drink till it was done, and then Saturday same thing, and then my whole day would be ruined. Right. Like I'd stop drinking 2, 3 in the morning, and then I wouldn't get up till 1 o'clock, and it was like and then I wouldn't want to do anything. And I would just lay around the house and then just make, from that I would make poor decisions. I would eat unhealthy, just everything was poor, right? So, and I did that for probably 5, 6 years. I would drink every weekend. And then, when I met you, I was still doing it for the first couple of workouts, but then you put me through such an extensive leg exercise that I said, fuck, I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you explained to me about how it slows down your metabolism and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I just completely stopped. And after I got through 2, 3 weeks, I don't even care.
Right.
It's been 6 months since I had a drink. 6 months from someone who was a binge drinker every weekend, since mid-20s.
Wow.
So, and I have no desire to go back. I'll use my money to buy, instead of alcohol, like chicken breast or steak, You know, because things are expensive, right?
Yeah.
And if I do want a beer, I'll have a carbonated water.
Right.
Just different choices, right?
Amen, brother. I'm proud of you.
And you know, if you would ask me before, oh, never, I can't see myself without drinking. I'm not working, I don't have time. But when you get into it, people, you become obsessed. You get this love for it where you don't want to go back. You know.
You said something really interesting too. Is like, you like cutting out one expense affords you to be able to buy like healthier foods, right? So it's like, yeah, okay, like, you know, chicken, salmon, steak. These things are expensive, berries.
Yeah.
But if you cut the things out that aren't conducive to your goals and to like the best you possible, you'll be surprised how much more resources and maybe money you have freed up for those things.
So you know, it's a no-brainer. You're a personal trainer, right? And you know, these things cost, right? Nothing's free. But reason how I'm able to afford this and with my weight loss journey is, you know, if you add up, you know, McDonald's breakfast and, you know, Popeyes for lunch and cigarettes and alcohol, if you stop doing that and save it, you actually have enough money to, you know, to pay for fitness.
Yeah.
You know, I can go buy protein and not worry about it. It's $60 a tub, a bottle $60. You know what I mean? You can afford you just got to take away all the bad habits you're spending on, put it towards something positive, right? Yeah. So people don't realize that people can blow easily $40-50 a day on bad habits. Yeah. Smoking, drinking, you know, fast food.
Yeah.
You know, and that adds up at the end of the week. You know, that's $1,000 a month. I'm guaranteed people spend on bad habits.
Yeah. And it's so true because people will like him and haw about spending.
Oh, you know,
$40.
I can't afford, you know, $400 for personal training or whatever. Oh, this is expensive, but you know, without thinking, you know, $100 at the LCBO, gone.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody will hesitate to like. Well.
Yeah. It's second nature, right?
Yeah.
Just we need it. Well, what you need is this.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. No, yeah, man, just thanks for your time and thanks for working hard. And
thank you.
I hope that everything you're saying here people.
Yeah, and for people who ever watches this, you know, you think you can't do it, I'm telling you, you can. I never thought I could. You have to want it, and you just, you know, if you have friends, you know, you can still be friends with people. If you got to cut out the drinking, the fast food, it's okay to say, you know, guys, I'm okay, I'm good.
Right.
You know, it's okay. Take some time for yourself.
And honestly, though, if you have people in your circle that aren't supportive of those goals and aren't respecting the boundaries,
why would you want them?
You need to you know move away from those types of influences in your life.
Yeah.
Right. It can be hard, but I think it's something that you should definitely
100%
do. Anyways, brother,
thank you for your time.
330 pounds down to 255. So let's keep it going, and we'll see you guys soon. Hey folks, it's Connor Andrews from Notorious H.I.T. I wanted to personally reach out and thank you for watching today's video. It means a lot to me and I appreciate you. If you like this video and you want to see more content regarding our philosophies on purposeful resistance exercise and nutrition, notoriously hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Real people, real results. If you want to feel glorious, eat and train notorious. Thank you folks. We'll see you in the next video.